position. Standing 6'5", number 30, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Starting at shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 12. At center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 9. The other guy, standing 6'5", number 17. Number 17. At forward, 6'11", number 34. The Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Your Milwaukee Bucks head coach is Mike Budenholzer. Make some noise for your Milwaukee Bucks.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. You'll watch the Orlando Magic in this one as they go up against the Milwaukee Bucks here at their new home, Fiserv Forum. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. We all know that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the Greek Freak, but he doesn't want to limit himself to any country. He said that family members have told me I can't be the face of the league.
Well said, David. Wonderful story. Thank you. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Guard set is Fultz and Suggs. Andre Drummond is out there with Isaac, and it's Wagner in at the small forward. And for the Bucks, Giannis and Portis, the lengthy post pair for him. Primetime is out there with Shaw, and it's Caldwell-Pope in at the 3. And Greg, as the playoffs loom in the distance, for those teams who have overachieved in the regular season, how do they ensure that their success continues in the postseason?
Well, listen, the skeptics will remain, and you've got to understand the playoffs are a different animal. You have to be resilient and adaptable, and when that adversity hits, that's when your focus has to rise.
And here we go. Here's Primetime, and he makes good on the layup.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
And it's the Magic's ball. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Going inside. Rebounded by Isaac. Now, here's Suggs. Guarded closely to the right side. Puts up a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And, guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Now, here's Fultz. He's coming off a 22-point game against Detroit.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And stolen by Wagner. And now Orlando on the break. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, and you know, it's important that Fultz continue to develop his in-between game because he knows when to pull up.
Prime time. And it's sent back by Isaac. It's deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's prime time. They're running. And it's Wagner missing.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Yep, that one goes in there. Primetime's got 7.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the
Substitution on the court.
Here's Augustine. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. And so in the game for the Magic, Robinson is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Wagner. And it's Doyle in at the 2-guard spot. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Now here is Augustine. He's tightly guarded. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Primetime. Augustine grabs the board.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
To get open is Robinson, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Primetime, led by Augustine. Puts it up from 12. Robinson pulls it in. The Magic trail by 4. And given Robinson's upside coming out of college, it was a little bit of a surprise that he fell to the second round.
And he's more of a classic big that won't stretch the floor. You're not going to run the offense through him, but boy, you can't teach size and athleticism, and that's what he brings to the party.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, with the addition of Jrue Holiday, this Bucks team has gotten even better. Giannis Antetokounmpo said, "We've got a lot of talent and great players. I really believe in this group. As long as we stay healthy, we'll find a way to compete every night and give ourselves a chance." Guys?
David, they're stacked, that's for sure. Thanks. Driving inside. And the shot goes in. Primetime's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Doyle passes to Augustine. This one for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. And that one is stuffed right through.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going. So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
That one drops for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the...
Thanks very much, Mike. Stout effort defensively in the first half. What did you do to limit them?
I just think our activity on the ball, we got to try and keep it in front of us. Our bigs did a good job, I think, being big in the paint, making things tough there. We got to finish it with the board.
Yep, rebounds and possessions, Coach. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. They found a nice groove in the second quarter, running out to an 8-point lead. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bucks?
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline in the offense. It's not about getting the good shots, it's about getting the good shot. And if you want to know how that approach is working, just check out their field goal percentage.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando? And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from primetime.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And Big Ben's roles have adjusted Clark in today's game. You take a young Clark Keller and put him in this style of play. What adjustments would he make?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin. I would love to play this up and down, wide open style of basketball. I'm just not sure if I'd be athletic enough to make it happen, but it is more of a face-up rather than post-up game. And maybe I could be part of a small ball lineup, creating havoc with big guys trying to guard me on the perimeter.
Giannis and Portis, the lengthy post pair for him. Shaw is out there at primetime, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
Well, you look at Isaac. He's got a nice ability now to finish inside. Very impressive.
Here's primetime, and it's sent back by Isaac and stolen by Portis. Here's primetime. It's hauled in by the Magic. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Bucks leading by 6. There's the drive, and he slams it one-handed.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Back to Drummond. Pass to Fultz. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Wagner. No good that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's primetime. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
Here's primetime. Banked in off the glass. Primetime's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
To the paint. Here's Suggs. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's primetime. And yep, that one goes. Primetime's got 21 in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now, here's Suggs. Not a lot of room. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
He's going to put that one in his grip. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he...
Magic substitution.
Here's Jones. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. The pass to Fultz. Inside, stolen by Caldwell Pope. So on the floor for Orlando. Suggs out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Tyus Jones. Then it's Markelle Fultz. Then it's Anthony in at the shooting guard. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Bucks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry his team and try and get out of this hole. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And that one is good from Suggs.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Here's prime time. 6 to shoot. Driving the lane. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Jones with it. Lobbed up there for Robinson.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Driving to the basket. And he comes up with the deuce. And that's 31 points for prime time.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It could definitely be considered a statement win for Milwaukee.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
And after having fallen behind in this season series, tonight they avenged themselves, taking the final game of the year between these two, finishing at 2 up and 2 down against the Magic.
And what a huge standout performance it was
for prime time.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Anthony against Giannis. Once again off the mark, Orlando. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's prime time. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
At the line for Milwaukee.
And the first one goes.
2 shots.
One falls, so he hits both of them. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Hampton. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Giannis, you have said in the past you have even more untapped potential. So how did you put your fingerprints on this game?
I'm just here to do whatever it takes to help my team win. Did a great job executing, moving the ball. And this is what we do. This is what we do. We play together, and whatever we do, hopefully we can get a win at the end of the day.
Well, it certainly turned into a win tonight, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.